Whether you're a parent of a little kid or not, I think it's safe to say that we have all heard the popular kid song, Baby Shark. With the simple lyrics and catchy tune, it will get stuck in your head for hours. Now it seems like kids are obsessed with this song, but why is this? Why is the song so catchy? Why are kids eerily obsessed with it? And most importantly, what is the song really doing to kids? Today I'm going to be diving into the world of Baby Shark to answer all of these burning questions. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary Baby Shark theories. Created by Pink Fong, the song Baby Shark now has 5.5 billion views on YouTube. In 2018, it was the 35th most popular YouTube video ever. Because of the huge success of this song and dance, there have been Baby Shark everything. Toys, clothes, and even snacks. Starting off this countdown, we have the Shark Cult. Baby Shark has a huge cult-like following. I mean, tons of babies and kids are obsessed with this song. Hey, even some adults. For some families, it's constantly on replay. Well, theory goes that the main objective behind this song was to raise a loyal following. As a result, they can easily control kids by this song, or different versions of it. They can use their powers for good or evil. Coming in at number 9, we have the violent versions. Now, there are so many knockoff versions of Baby Shark, mainly by other companies that just want a piece of the profit. But these versions seem to teach kids about violence and to become aggressive. So in one version, it shows very hungry sharks almost mauling a group of cute little fish. In a Japanese version of the song, it shows the sharks almost killing a family of penguins. Yeah, that's right. These cute little penguins, especially this cute little baby penguin, almost get killed by the shark family. It's a pretty dark and unexpected version that may just be teaching kids to be savage and violent like sharks. Moving on at number 8, we have the mind control. This next theory suggests that Baby Shark is so catchy because it contains a mind control element. It basically has the ability to control children and adults. When you watch Baby Shark, the bright colors and graphics draw your child in. Their eyes hardly leave the screen. They follow along to the actions mindlessly. All effects of mind control. So if the video suddenly said, kill your family, the kids would do as the video says and commit the deed. Moving on at number 7, we have the real version. Believe it or not, but the song Baby Shark actually dates back to the 90s or even before then. It was originally a song sung at camp. However, this version was much darker. In the 2012 version of Baby Shark, it has the normal 4 sharks, but also a human swimmer. In the song, the swimmer gets attacked by the sharks. You then sing lost an arm and then lost a leg and then they perform CPR but it's not working and so then they go to heaven and it's just super dark. But that's not all. In the 90s version, apparently the swimmer loses a leg, then loses another leg, loses their head, then goes to heaven where they're reincarnated by Jesus. So your kids may be singing a friendly version of it now, but the song originated from a very dark one. Coming in at number 6, we have the dead shark. So in the song, we get introduced to Baby Shark, Mommy and Daddy Shark, and Grandma and Grandpa Shark. Then the song takes a dark twist and they go hunting, and then the poor fish swim away until they're safe at last. But then the song finishes with it's the end. Well, people believe that this actually refers to that it's the end of the character Baby Shark, that he actually died. Unable to capture food, Baby Shark, being a little baby, grew frail and passed away. So kids are literally dancing and singing about a poor baby shark that ends up dying. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the experiment. So this next theory goes in hand with the real origins of the song and how it was once about a human being killed in a vicious shark attack. Well, theory goes that the creators of Baby Shark wanted to see if they could turn a violent song into a popular, catchy kid song. They did this to prove how easily kids can be influenced. In fact, the creation of the song was meant to reveal how easy it is to infiltrate and influence young minds. They literally took a violent song, changed the lyrics up a bit, and geared it towards children to prove this. Making our way down the list of number 4, we have the backmasking. So backmasking is a technique that basically hides messages in songs. This message can only be revealed when the song is played backwards. Well, Baby Shark has a very creepy message in the song when it's played backwards. So I listened to it backwards and it sounds like it says, crush the dead, and then voodoo doo 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 doo, like voodoo. Then at other points in the song, it says, yeah, use this voodoo doo 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 doo. Then Grandpa's shark backwards sounds like crush your dad. Now, I don't know what this means, but the crush the dead lyrics and everything about the voodoo is just super creepy. So subconsciously, these messages are getting pumped into your children's heads. Who knows what it's really doing to them? In our third spot, we have the stereotypes. Now, let's really take a closer look at this video. It is filled with gender stereotypes. First of all, the girl sings and dances to the female characters. She sings about Mommy Shark and Grandma Shark. On top of that, she's wearing a pink shirt. Then the boy is wearing a blue shirt and sings and dances to the male characters, Daddy and Grandpa Shark. But that's not all. Look at the hand movements. Both the male characters have bigger hand movements. Why? Because in society, it's thought that men are bigger and stronger and more dominant than females. So females are the little tiny soft ones. So theory goes that this whole video is enforcing gender rules on children so that the kids grow up accordingly and follow this social construct. In our second spot, we have the subliminal messages. Okay, this theory is quite nuts. But it's basically that Baby Shark is actually a song about the devil. So if you look at the song, obviously it goes like Baby Shark, everyone knows how it goes. But they say do 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 whatever. They say that 6 times. Then the line Baby Shark is repeated 3 times, meaning that if we add it up, it equals 666. The devil's number. It's thought that this number invokes Satan. On top of that, apparently do is a short form of demons or diumos or DMO. Well, Diomos, otherwise known as DMO, is a devil. She has 4 horns on her head, 4 hooked teeth in her mouth, and her feet are like roosters. Therefore, people think that this song is literally a chant to summon demons or the devil. And in our number 1 spot, we have the catchy tune. So why is it that Baby Shark is so catchy? Don't lie to yourself, there's been a point where the song has gotten stuck in your head. In fact, it may be stuck in your head at this very moment. The mere mention of the name Baby Shark gets the tune stuck in your head. So what causes this? Well, some say it's because of the simple lyrics and hand actions and the very repetitive tune. But on a more darker note, other people think it's because of some underlying tune that we can't hear. This tune is so high-pitched that it's inaudible. But these high-pitched frequencies penetrate our brain and our eardrums, making it resonate in our head for hours. Additionally, there are videos of kids crying, and then as soon as the song comes on, they're all happy and shaking and grooving. Why is this? Well, the high-pitched frequency releases endorphins, which fill us with a pleasant sensation. This is why it can make kids extremely happy and addicted to the song. Starting off this countdown, we have the names. Okay, seriously, what is up with the Berenstain Bears' names? We have Mama and Papa Bear, and Sister and Brother Bear. Yet other people around them have real names, like Lizzie Bruin and Bertha Broom. So why don't these characters have names? Like, were their parents always Mama and Papa Bear, even before having kids and being parents? I know that Brother Bear was named Little Bear, and then when his sister was born, he was named Brother Bear. Like, what the heck? So theory goes that the Berenstain Bears don't have names because their parents are fugitives on the run. They don't want anyone knowing who they really are, so they use fake names. Once their cover is blown, they move to a different city and change their names again. Hence why Little Bear is now Brother Bear. The parents are really lacking creativity at this point. And apparently Mama and Papa Bear used to be called Missy and Junior. Why give up those names for Mama and Papa Bear? Well, because they are criminals, and they can never reveal their true identity. Well, too bad. I'm on to you. In our 9th spot, we have Stranger Danger. There's one book in particular that teaches children about the dangers of a stranger. This book was titled Learn About Strangers. Basically, it starts off with Sister Bear happily greeting everyone she sees. Then her family warns her to never talk to strangers. Papa Bear even scares her by showing news headlines about what happened to those that talk to strangers. The headlines read, "Stranger kidnaps cub" and "Missing cub found." Well, theory goes that that cub that went missing was Papa Bear himself. Yep, he had a traumatic past where he got abducted when he was little. Thankfully, he was found. But still, that's a pretty scary thing to happen. In our 8th spot, we have the Lost Book. Story goes that one day a woman was scrolling through the Google shopping function when she came across an old Berenstain Bears book. It was one that she never read before as a kid, so she decided to buy it and read it. Well, it turns out that that book was very disturbing. Apparently, the book was filled with disturbing images of the bears and of creepy humans dressed up as the bears. Then wacky things would happen to them, like Mama and Sister Bear would get covered in maggots and then they started vomiting on each other. I don't know what happened to this book, but that'll teach you to never use the Google shopping option again. In our 7th spot, we have the Mandela effect. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, some people, like me, clearly remember it being Berenstain Bears, spelled S-T-E-I-N. But nope, I've been living a life of lies and deceit because apparently it is and has always been the Berenstain Bears, S-T-A-I-N. But I'm not the only one. Thousands of others remember it being the Berenstain Bears. This is a prime example of the Mandela effect. The Mandela effect, for those of you who don't know, is named off of Nelson Mandela, because people clearly remember him dying in prison in the 80s when he didn't actually pass away until 2013. So theory goes that there are parallel universes out there. In this case, we have the Steen universe and the Stain universe. We lived in the Steen universe until the 90s when the books were out. But then later on, we somehow shifted into the Stain universe. Somehow that universe ended up overlapping with ours, which is why we have the memory of the Steen books. They were real, just in the other universe. In our 6th spot, we have the glitch in the Matrix. So this again has to do with the name switch. Just know you're not crazy. I'm 99% sure it was Berenstain Bears, but whatever. So theory goes that there was a glitch in our world, one that changed the name from Berenstain Bears to Berenstain Bears. What else can account for the thousands of people out there that also remember the S-T-E-I-N spelling? There was even a photo going around of someone who had 2 of the exact copies of the Berenstain Bears VHS tape. One was spelt the proper way, Berenstain, and one was spelled the imposter way, Berenstain. So there, we witnessed a real life glitch. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with these snacks. So let's jump back over to the bears' names again. It seems like they are named after who they are. Mama Bear is a mother, Papa Bear is a father, and Brother Bear is a brother to his sister, Sister Bear. But there's one bear in the Berenstain Bears family that doesn't follow this pattern, and that's the youngest bear, Honey Bear. Why on earth isn't her name like Littlest Bear or Little Girl Bear or something like that? Well, her name is Honey. And what do bears eat? Honey. AKA, Honey Bear is going to end up being the Berenstain Bears' little snack. Yikes. Making our way down the list at number 4, we have the butterfly effect. I'm not letting go of this name controversy, I don't care. Here's another theory as to what happened. So at some point between the years 1986 and 2011, someone traveled back in time and altered the timeline of human history. While they were doing this, the name got switched to Berenstain. Don't be fooled though, the time traveler didn't just go back in time to change the name of the series and mess with us. No, they went back to do something else and then ended up changing the name, whether it be accidental or on purpose. We may never know. But it happened. That's why other things in life have changed ever so slightly. Like Mona Lisa's smile. Some say that she used to have a more obvious smile. Or the color chartreuse. It's a shade of green, but some people remember it being a magenta pink color. Coming in at number 3, we have the alien world. This theory goes that the Berenstain Bears exist in the same world as aliens. Yeah, you heard me correctly. But the bears are actually the dominant species. So in the episode titled The Big Blooper, there's a scene where Lizzie and Sister Bear are playing together with some dolls. The thing is, the dolls look exactly like humans. meaning that the bears are aware of people, meaning they exist at the same time together. However, these human dolls have weird blue and green skin, making them look a lot like aliens, meaning they are alien-human hybrids. So just like how we have toys of stuffed bears, the bears now have toys of us. Except in this case, we have mutated to become half alien. Yikes, maybe the show takes place in the future where aliens and humans intermingle. In our second spot, we have the Lost episode. Theory goes that there is a very spooky Lost episode out there that was the real reason as to why the show got cancelled. This episode was never supposed to be broadcasted on TV, but it accidentally did and disturbed the viewers. After that, the show got taken off air completely. So according to the narrator, he was at an old pawn shop one day when he found that very episode. Up until that point, it was deemed a lost episode. The episode was titled The Death of Brother and Sister. And, well, I bet you can guess what it was about. Basically, in the episode, both the siblings end up jumping out of a plane and falling to death. The parents were so devastated that they ended up taking their lives. Yeah, not a very child-friendly episode. And in our number one spot, we have the theme song. The Berenstain Bears theme song is pretty catchy, but if you really listen to the lyrics, you'll find out that something is very wrong with these bears. So the opening song's lyrics goes as follows. Somewhere deep in bear country lies the Berenstain Bear family. They're kind of furry around the torso. They're a lot like people, only more so. I'm sorry, what? They're a lot like people, only more so? How on earth are bears more human than humans? Then it continues on saying, they're just like you and me. The only difference is they live in a tree. So now theory goes that the characters in the Berenstain Bears are an evolved species of humans. That's the only way they can be more human than humans. It's because the show is set at a point in time where humans have evolved to their elite form, which apparently is a bear. Yeah, I don't think Darwin included that in his theories.
Coming in at number 10, we have Lincoln is actually a genius. If Lincoln was indeed a genius, why would he be hiding it? What nefarious things could this kid be doing behind the scenes? Well, first let me explain to you why we think Lincoln could be the smartest one on the show. In the episode The Butterfly Effect, Lincoln imagines a chain of horrible events that happen because of an accident that he causes, which he is too scared to tell the other family members. In this imaginary trail, we have Lenny solve Lisa's unsolvable math equation, which seems impossible if you know the characters at all. Well, this was all taking place in Lincoln's head, so this would mean that Lincoln would have known the answer to the equation and had been hiding his brilliance this whole time. But the real question is why? Why has Lincoln not been telling any of the other family members that he has the biggest brain in the house? What does he have planned for them? Which actually rolls into my next point. Coming in at number 9, we have what else is Lincoln hiding? If we use the episode The Butterfly Effect as another springboard for conspiracy theories, the episode is all about Lincoln making a mistake and not wanting to tell his family and imagining all the horrible outcomes that happen from his screw up. This shows that Lincoln has a tendency to overthink about the potential outcome from his actions and probably has screwed up before and has found ways to hide it from the whole family. This has led fans to speculate on what other secrets he could be hiding from the house. There could be a ton of accidents that he has caused but managed to sweep under the rug, and when you're living in a house with that many siblings, it might make it easier to get away with everything. So now he could have hidden so many things that it becomes second nature to lie and do it over and over again. Coming in at number 8, we have Lincoln is the favorite. If this is true, then that is definitely rude. You can't pick a favorite kid. You're gonna give all your other kids an inferiority complex. But there is some good evidence to back this one up. First, being that Lincoln is the only boy, and many fans speculate that the reason the Loud family is so big is because they kept trying to have a boy. Eventually, the parents got what they wished for, and he became their prized child. They loved him more than the rest because they clearly had gender preferences. And the second part being that Lincoln is included in all the activities that the siblings do. Now, this is obviously because he is the main character, but that is not a fun theory at all. Other people have theorized that he is the center of attention for two reasons. Either his parents love him the most and they force his siblings to take him everywhere fun because they want Lincoln to experience everything. Or all the siblings know that he's the favorite, so they include him in everything so they can be in good favor with their parents. Either way, this is pretty messed up. Coming in at number 7, we have the Loud parents don't love Lincoln. Okay, let's flip the last theory on its head. What if it's the exact opposite of what I just said? That is what is awesome about doing a theories video. You can come at it from any angle you want. Some fans think that Lincoln was the boy that the Loud parents always wanted, and they were going to stop having kids after they got him. But as Lincoln started to grow up, they saw that he didn't have the potential that the other kids do, so they kept trying for another boy. Obviously, they didn't get their wish, and now they look down on the would-be golden child as a disappointment, and they have never given him the love that he deserves. This could also be why Lincoln has the smallest room in the house. Coming in at number 6, we have Lisa and Lenny are autistic. Well, let's do a quick breakdown of the two characters. We have Lisa, who is the super genius, by far the smartest member of the Loud House, but she sometimes can't find a way to connect with people on a human level. It seems that she understands math equations better than she understands human emotion, and she puts more value on work than her interpersonal relationships, which is fine, but also a sign of being autistic or having Asperger's disease. And Lenny, while it seems like she is the ditzy blonde character of the family, it would seem that the smallest concepts confuse her. Turning off the lights make her think that she's gone blind, and small obstacles hold her back. Both of them seem unable to pick up on things that most people would consider regular or extremely easy, which could be a sign of being autistic. Coming in at number 5, we have why is Lincoln's hair white? I know we covered a reason why his hair is white in the first video, but there are so many theories as to why this dude has an interesting hair color, so I'm bringing you a brand new theory. Apparently, there are a bunch of people that think Lincoln could be actually very old, and that is why his hair is that color. But why does he look so young? Well, the theory is that he's actually a time traveler, and through his technology they're able to make him look young, but they haven't quite figured out the hair yet. But he traveled back in time and took the original Lincoln spot for some reason. Who knows why someone would want to come back in time and live in a house with 11 brothers and sisters wouldn't be my first choice, that's for sure. Coming in at number 4, we have Lucy is immortal. It seems that throughout the show, Lucy shows more and more potential to have supernatural powers. She can appear out of nowhere. She can summon animals like bats, and it seems like she can communicate with the great beyond. Well, in one episode, we see Lucy looking at a picture of her great-great-grandmother, and guess what? They look like they could be twins. Some say that this could just be strong genes, while others think that this is actually Lucy, that she has found a way to live forever through witchcraft and work her way into the Loud family by threatening the parents with black magic. That is why she is the next child after the boy. The Loud family was going to stop having kids after the boy, but then she came in, and then they had to keep having kids to cover up this weird mystery goth kid that just showed up. Coming in at number 3, we have one more theory on Lincoln's hair. I told you there was quite a bit going on when it came to this kid's white hair. Well, apparently there is another theory that is much more sad. Some fans have theorized that he actually is suffering from progeria, which is a horrible disease which causes a person's body to age rapidly. So someone who's only 10 or 12 will look like they are 70. Now, of course, Lincoln doesn't look like he's in his 70s, but people think he could just have a milder version of the illness, which means he could live for longer, but he would still have a shorter life expectancy. I told you that this was a sad theory. Coming in at number 2, we have bad parents. Okay, you have 11 kids. That is a massive responsibility. I think if I had to take care of one, I would lose it in about 3 hours. They're always on the move, and I love taking naps. It wouldn't be hard for the little rascal to escape from me. But if we watch episode after episode of the Loud House, we will see that the Loud parents aren't really around. They take off constantly, and they leave a house full of kids to take care of their own problems. That is absolutely bonkers, mainly because one of the kids is an 11-month-old baby. Yeah, I clearly don't know a lot about babies or how to take care of them, but I really think that a kid who can't feed itself, clean itself, or survive on its own should be left behind to fend for itself. And then you have all of the other kids messing around with expensive instruments, using chemistry sets, and possibly practicing black magic. I would have to say that if child services walked through the door, they would be quick to call someone to start moving these kids into new homes. And coming in at the number 1 spot, we have Lori or Lenny gave birth to Lily. Oh, now we're getting into some real spicy gossip. These are the theories that keep you guys coming back again and again. So let's give this one a little bit of a backbone. Lily is of course the youngest member of the Loud family at only 11 months old. Lori and Lenny are the 2 oldest sisters in the Loud family. Some fans think that it's a little strange that the Loud parents would crank out another kid when they had everything rounded out at a perfect 10. But also, this isn't that crazy of a happening. happening. There are countless stories of young teen moms having kids, but they are too young to take on that much responsibility. There is also the social taboo of having a kid so young or outside of marriage. So the parents step in and claim the kid as their own to help everyone out. This same thing actually happened to Jack Nicholson. He grew up thinking that his mom was his sister. That is wild. Coming in at number 10, we have secret sexual innuendos. The My Little Pony that you watch now is a wholesome show that is meant for kids to enjoy, to show them the wonderful world that is full of magic that exists in a rainbow land. But back when the show was on in the 80s, things were a little different. If you are a fan of Most Amazing Top 10, then you will know that classic cartoons and animated movies tend to hide a lot of subliminal messages in them that lean towards the lewd, like the names for the My Little Pony characters from the original cartoon. Some of the names go along the line of Chocolate Delight, Morning Glory, Swinger, and Pillow Talk. Now this could have been an oversight and never the intention of the show's creators to hide these names in plain sight. Or maybe they thought it was hilarious to have a bunch of cartoon characters for kids named after sexual terms that they wouldn't understand. I mean, this is very gross, but it was also the 80s, so they probably got away with way worse back then. Coming in at number 9, we have Mentally Unstable. Throughout the show, there are moments where the main characters will act a little strange. And by a little strange, I mean they will have full mental breakdowns. Now, usually this is just used as a form of humor. Everyone laughs and goes on with their business, ignoring what had just happened. Now, this could be because this is just how ponies are meant to act, but a lot of people who watch the show think that the characters from the series are showcasing signs of manic depressive disorder. Usually everyone just ignores what's going on, which probably will only make matters worse. It's only a matter of time before one of these ponies has a breakdown that seriously hurts someone. Coming in at number 8, we have Slender Pony. Whoever it was that came up with Slender Man, I gotta say, bravo. You have made a modern day horror character that has stood the test of time. Future generations will look back on this character on par with Freddy, Jason, and many of the other creepy beasts from classic entertainment. And now Slender Man has even worked its way into My Little Pony. In a certain episode of My Little Pony, some fans saw something a little strange floating around in the background. They saw a pony that was wearing a suit and hiding in the bushes. The internet quickly came together to say that Slender Man now exists in the MLP universe. Some other people say that this was just another pony in a suit, and there's no way that Slender Man, or should I say Slender Pony, could ever exist. But I'm gonna stick with the idea that this monster is real because it's way more fun. Coming in at number 7, we have the fight for freedom. If we go back through the My Little Pony history, we will find that the toys used to have bridles. If you don't know what a bridle is, it's sort of a muzzle that you can put on a horse to help you control it when you ride it, which sounds good for a regular horse, although I think it's not cruel. Is that cruel? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're not supposed to use bridles. I don't know. But back to my point, the ponies from MLP are just as intelligent as humans, so the presence of bridles in the universe would mean that at one time people were forcefully controlling the ponies, which has made some people speculate that the ponies used to be enslaved and had to fight for their freedom. Honestly, I think My Little Revolution Ponies has a nice ring to it. Coming in at number 6, we have the Psych Ward. If we are right about the ponies going crazy, then maybe there's a place where they take all these crazy ponies. There is evidence of this in one episode. It's called Read It and Weep. There's a part where Dr. Stables is talking to Rainbow Dash, and you can hear a dog barking. This is very strange. I wasn't aware there were dogs in the My Little Pony universe. Well, it turns out that this wasn't a dog at all. This was another pony who looks deranged and is barking like an animal. Now, this might have just been one of the ponies making a joke, but then we see that she's wearing a hospital gown, which makes me think that she just broke out of the loony bin. This means that there could be a dark side to the My Little Pony world. Maybe there's an Arkham Asylum style place with all the most dangerous ponies locked away. Maybe there's a Joker pony that we have never heard about. Coming in at number 5, we have Fluttershy will turn them all. For those of you who keep up with all the changes that have happened throughout the My Little Pony animated series, you will know that in one episode, Bats, Fluttershy gets turned into what is basically a vampire. Now, the show makes this pretty much the cutest vampire of all time by making Fluttershy part vampire bat, so she gets an uncontrollable urge to eat fruit. But some fans think it's only a matter of time before she gets the craving for blood, and she will slowly but surely turn all the other ponies into vampires just like her. This is backed up by the vampire tooth that's spotted in her mouth at the end of the episode. Coming in at number 4, we have pony gentrification. destruction. The world that the ponies live in is not all gumdrops and rainbows. There's a lot of it that is packed full of evil monsters that seem like they are doing their best to make sure that all the ponies don't live to see another day. Well, what if it's the other way around? It seems that everything around the ponies' homeland is somewhat evil, and the ponies want to spread their good to these evil places. Well, maybe the evil ones were there first, and they weren't so aggressive until the ponies came in and started to try to force their way of life on them. Some fans speculate that the ponies are trying to gentrify everything around them so they can have everyone live like them, and all the monsters that are apparently evil are just trying to fight to survive, and they never wanted to hurt anyone in the first place. Coming in at number 3, we have the ultimate punishment. When you break into the MLP universe, you will find out that there is a sickness out in the wild that won't kill you, but it will make you never return to the MLP kingdom. That sickness is called swamp fever. If you catch swamp fever, you will slowly be turned into a tree that can spread this sickness. It's kind of like something pulled right out of The Last of Us. Well, some people think that this sickness used to be much worse, and that is why the ponies built the world that they live in. They wanted to have a place they could call home that wasn't filled with swamp fever. Once they were safe, they found a way to use swamp fever to keep their society in line by using it as a threat for those who break the law. They will poison them with swamp fever and then leave them out in the swamp so they transform and can never come back and be a burden to the rest of the ponies. Coming in at number 2, we have the parasprite plague. Parasprites are a horrible beast that run rampant throughout the My Little Pony universe. They eat everything they come across, they can reproduce faster than Usain Bolt running the 100-meter, and on top of all this, they are super hard to get rid of. They seem like a plague pulled right out of the Bible. Well, there is one episode where the parasprites are attacking, and the ponies manage to stop them from eating up all their food with a spell, but this only makes them start eating all their homes and equipment instead. Some fans speculate that this episode took place in an alternate dimension where the ponies couldn't handle the effects of this plague, and this eventually led to their death. The parasprites continued to consume everything until there was nothing left in the pony world. And coming in at the number 1 spot, we have the end of days. Oh, we have made it all the way to the number 1 spot, and I have to say I have learned a lot about the My Little Pony universe, and I never expected that the lore would be this deep. Even though this isn't something I'm going to be binging anytime soon, I can kinda understand how people get lost in this world, but bronies still creep me out. I haven't changed my opinion on that. Now, Tartarus is a prison where all the evildoers get locked away. Tartarus is originally pulled from Greek mythology. It's where the Titans were locked away by the gods. This brings up the question of whether or not the ponies are actually kind, because if they mirror the Greek gods in their prison, they might also mirror them in their horrible qualities. On top of this, what would happen if these monsters got out? Well, this is where this theory really shines. Some fans speculate that the end of days will come for the ponies when all of the monsters escape simultaneously and come for their revenge. It might have not been a good idea to lock all these guys away in the same place. That was probably bad foresight. Alright everyone, that has been our list, and as promised, I'm going to be doing some more pet shoutouts. Remember, if you want me to shout out your pet, you can hit me up on Instagram. I pick new pets each day, so if you don't get picked one day, you can message back another day. I usually pick who has messaged last, so if you don't get picked, you can message again and again and again. And if it takes me a little while to get back to you, I am very sorry. I have a lot of these to do. Without taking any longer, let's shout out some pets. First up, we have 3 cat buddies. We got Stella, Tiger, and Kyo. I think it's Kyo. Kyo or Kilo? I'm not too sure. You guys will let me know in the comments. These dudes are the best of pals. Then we have the big old doggo who's been given the name Alien. This is the cutest ET out there. After that, we have Luke, who is having a nice little cat nap. Next, we have the most adorable picture of all time of Snowball. And to close it out, we have this super cute pupper that I didn't get the name for, so you guys know that I will name him myself, and we are going to name him Lil Peanut. That's the name for this guy. Alright everyone, that has been our list. Thank you all so much for tuning in. As always, I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell. Until next time, I've been your host, Jada Reyna, and I don't know, keep watching My Little Pony. Get into it. It's deep and rich lore that you guys... Anyways, bye. Coming in at number 2, we have the Parasite Plague. Coming in at number 2, we have the Parasprite.